Morning. It's me, the not so grumpy old man, or Uncle Mike. I like Uncle Mike. Uncle Mike, first of all. I don't. I couldn't figure out what I was going to do with these when I started them, and I think I realized this. But that's all right. That doesn't really matter. That's it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what we're going to do with this shit today. We're just going to put it together, throw it out there, and say, hey, here we are. No, serious, not a serious thing. It really doesn't matter. The videos will go up no matter what. Yeah, until I'm either completely bored or, I don't know, completely bored. So, I said in the beginning that some things have changed. I don't know. And I'm not saying this for sympathy, so just keep that in mind, because I'm pretty over the whole people babying you and sympathy shit, so it's fucking dead to me. This will be a good one. It'll start from at least 2019. Anybody that has watched this knows that, probably knows, or if you're from my hometown, but I burnt down a house. Alright, start from the beginning, I guess. I told you guys that I was molested as a kid. I gave you the link in the first video to what I have written in my accounts, at least to the best of my knowledge, which is pretty good. And I told you that happened again in a juvenile facility. So, there's that. I didn't really embellish on that. Maybe I should. I'm not going to go into the details again. That's in the first link. In the first video, there's a link in the information description that you can copy and paste, and it will take you to a 21-page document that I just spent probably 3 weeks remembering. What horrors. But anyhow, so after the juvenile facility, I realize now that I probably wasn't in the best place. I know it wasn't in the best place, let's face it. A lot of trauma real quick. But anyhow, somehow I survived. During my senior year, for anybody that doesn't know me, I went on to work in computers. That's actually my chosen field of work. I'm extremely good at what I do, and if you ever look up Richmond PC Wizard, you're gonna find me. I was around for a long time, but here's the thing. Things here in my hometown progressed to the point where I needed to get away from the people, the drugs, and the mentality, honestly, because I hate to say this, but my hometown just never grew up. Anyhow, I moved to Richmond, Virginia for almost 20 years. I did come back at one point and was started to buy a house. Unfortunately, it was in the hopes of, and in the process of being in Virginia and all that other stuff, I actually got married to a woman who had a child, and I helped raise the child till she was probably about 7 or 8. But the problem with that was we were not compatible. We were definitely not compatible, and the best thing for the kid was for us to split up. As much as that hurt, again, I moved on. I came back home in 2018 because my dad was diagnosed with dementia. I had him around for about 6 months. In fact, June 12th is his death date anniversary, but we're going to change that this year. I'm going to make a clean slate day and explain a little bit more as we go. But the first thing I will tell you about clean slate day is I'm going to get rid of these because this one's a little special, but sometimes you have a little special one. I've been smoking for 33 years to prove a point. And I realize that now. I realize that the reason that I continue to smoke is because the reason I ran away was because I wasn't allowed to smoke. And I got into all kinds of fights with my dad over that. Now, the funny part about that is my nephew, who is 24 or 25, was not only allowed to smoke, he was bought the cigarettes when he was 14. Now, I don't know about you guys, but coincide the dates that my trauma started with the dates that he started smoking. And it's kind of kicking the teeth. But, again, I'm not even mad anymore. Fuck, they're dead. So clean slate day for me is I'm done with all the trauma. I'm not here to prove anything to anybody but me. I can't express that enough to anybody, because the truth is, in the end, the only person you have to prove anything to is yourself, not anybody else. Who cares? I don't care what Joe thinks about me, because I don't part my hair on the other side, or I don't do something the way that they think that I should do it. Look, I got news for you. It don't matter how you get to the answer as long as you get to the fucking answer. Sometimes life is messy. It's just the way it is. You break eggs to make an omelet. I don't know where this society lost track of that. You know, we baby people, and it shows. We have a generation of entitled little brats. Now, I'm not saying my generation was better. I mean, we had it a little easier, but I think it's because we didn't have all this shit that today's generation has. I didn't have a phone. This video would have never happened unless I had a fucking camcorder. Come on, anybody from the 70s, late 70s and 80s know that. We ran around. We had a key. We sometimes came home, nobody was here. We could watch ourselves. We were trained to survive. Well, some of us. Some of you guys are just fucking tards, but hey, so am I. But anyhow, you know, it's sick how many entitled people are here in this world. The world doesn't owe you anything. In fact, the only thing it owes you is a death, honestly. You're born and you die. That's the two requirements in life. One to get in and one to get out. You can't take any of it with you. People worry about money. Well, okay, I'm concerned about money too. I have, but my concerns are different. My concerns are there a roof over my head? Is there food in my mouth? Are there clothes on my back? And that third one, I personally don't care for clothes. I think they're constricting. But whatever. That's me. I'm a weirdo. Yeah, but those are the three things. Do I have everything I need? Because, you know, here's the thing. I want all sorts of shit. I want all kinds of things. I want an endless supply of weed. These things aren't going to happen. I know that. Not unless I really work for them. I can work for them. I could work my ass off for them. I could kill myself basically trying to invest in a job that will never invest in me. I could try and kill myself working with people that will work you under the table, making you do their work. I've done this. I've done the management bit. I've done the owner bit. I've done the employee bit. I don't like any of them anymore. I don't like people. I think, and that, let me clarify that. It's not that I don't like people. It's that I don't like stupid people. I hate people who think that they can just make logic happen. Alright. I'm a simple guy. Give me the facts. If the facts don't mesh with your story, you're lying. I, Same with expression and things, and body language and verbalization. You know, I know that I'm weird in the respect that I pay attention to everything, but the truth is, it's just force of habit and a trait that I picked up since I was 14. I've never had a choice in that matter. So when you talk to me, chances are I can read you pretty quickly. And I'm not alone. I mean, there's other people that do the same shit. And think about it. Profilers do that for a living in the FBI. The truth of the matter is, though, you know, like I said, I came up here in 2018, got good six, and I'm sorry, I'm bouncing right back to the story. Let me get to the end of this. So anyhow, in 2018, my dad died. He had a pulmonary embolism. Actually, he died in my hands right next door, which is another story I'll tell you later. But I never grieved. I stuck myself into helping my mom clean up his estate, and we sold as much as we could. So for days, for months, I was just mired in memories of not only him, but my uncle. Because eventually I turned to the property that it was my uncle's, but my dad, it was a family property. But either way, those two alone, not anybody else. So if you're watching and you've got some issue with this, remember this, because as of right now, it's actually mine. That reality, I actually have the paperwork to make it mine. But it was those two's, and I was the one stuck cleaning it up. I was the one that watched them toss my uncle away. I was the watched them do the same to my dad. Everybody was so worried about what they could get. Nobody worried about how I was doing. Eventually I snapped. I lost my shit, and I did it to prove a point. Because I told everybody I'd burn that fucking place to the ground. Hey, that's the problem. That's where clean slate day is coming in for me, because I'm done doing what people want me to do. At least in the respect of, I can't fix everybody else. I can only fix me. And the sooner that everybody gets that through their heads, the world would be a better place. That, and if you smoked a couple joints, because honestly, I think the weed makes the world go round. But, yeah, I mean, you just can't let everybody else affect who you are, because people will drag you down to their level every day of the week. And I hate to say this, but it feels like 80% of the population are a bunch of blooming idiots, and they get offended, and they're tearing this world apart, really. I mean, the world is so divided that at this point, I don't know how we would come back from the brink of destruction. I really don't. We're so close to a civil war or a world war or all the above. We've got, no offense, Biden, but we've got a president who's an idiot. And the candidates are shit. There's nobody that's going into office that is worth a damn. Why, America, are you still putting up with this? Put somebody in that office that is not going to take any shit. Because the truth is, we the people, not me the people, not you the people, but we the people, should be fucking tired of this. And the truth is, when this country was started, they weren't paid. This wasn't a career. This was a right. This was a privilege. This was an honor to run the country. And right now, we've got a bunch of fools who are running it into the ground. So, sorry I was all over the place today, guys. Just kind of rambling thoughts. And I'll see you next time I have a video. Uncle Mike, the not so grumpy old man, signing off.